Hey y'all, it's your girl itsnayifay and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a quick video because we have a couple things that we need to discuss today. A few things we got to get into. So buckle up, comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and let's get into this tea. Nicki Minaj is set to release her second and final part of Pink Friday 2 before she takes a break, aka a hiatus. Now, honestly, I'm glad she's putting out new music and then taking a step back. She's been super active on social media for the past couple of years, and I think a little bit of time off will really do her good. I want her to come back like the queen she is, without all the Twitter drama, shading other female rappers, or bragging about her stats. I really just want Nicki Minaj to take this break and return with a bang. Now, that whole rant about Megan Thee Stallion earlier this year really turned some fans off. We know she cares about her fans, but sometimes I think she forgets that the general population loves her too. So she was pretty quiet during the election, and that's the vibe she should keep during her break and when she makes her comeback. I want her to come back on some queen type behavior. You know what I mean? Paying everybody dust, worrying about herself, giving us the music that we want, we as her fans. You know, I'm not a Barb, I'm not a stan, but I do respect Nicki Minaj. I do respect her pen, her craft, her work ethic, her ambition. I respect how she works so hard to get in the position she is in rap, period. Not just female rap, but in rap in general, because Nicki Minaj is pulling bigger numbers than some of the men rapping. Okay. As for Nicki Minaj's music, I'm hoping for some tracks that we can really vibe to while she's away, because you have to remember, Nicki Minaj went on hiatus before, and I think her hiatus was like half a year, like a little bit over a year. I think her longest hiatus was about 8 months. We need something that's going to get us moving, that's going to get us talking. I want to break down her bars. I want to listen to the production, the beats. I want to hear what she has to say, okay? I don't want any more deep, preachy songs or cheesy pop songs. I need straight up bangers. I want to dance. I want to pop mosh. I want to talk mush. You know what I mean? I want to let these girls know what's up. So with the holidays coming and New Year's right around the corner, I need something to kick off the new year, Onika. I really did enjoy the Pink Friday 2 album, but it didn't quite hit the mark like her earlier work. You know what I mean? Queen was a very lyrical album. Pink Print was very personal. Pink Friday is obviously a classic. And Pink Friday Roman Reloaded was just a fun album. It was just straight up pop, fun, EDM. It was a vibe. So I'm hoping that this deluxe version has mixes of different elements from her other 5 albums. And so what do you guys think about Pink Friday 2? What do you think it will sound like? How do you think it'll perform? No other female rapper has topped Nicki's 228K first week sales this decade. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this deluxe does and how the fans receive it. Now let's talk about my sis Cardi B. Cardi B is still keeping her fans on edge with the release of her new album. And honestly, I feel for her fan base. You know, it's really confusing why she's taking so long, almost like channeling her Rihanna and her 6.5 year wait for a second album. Some fans are speculating that she's worried about sales or chart performance, while others think she's hesitant to go up against Nicki Minaj. Then there are those who call her lazy, and some people actually defend her by saying, you know, she's a mom of 3, she's dealing with a divorce, but come on, it's been 6 years. She should have released her album when WAP and Up were dominating the chart. I think WAP went #1 and Up went #1. That was the perfect time for Cardi B to release her sophomore album. I really don't get what's holding her back. There's so much hype around this album, and we all know she could easily pull 100 to 150K. She's not in the same boat as these other female rappers who are struggling to hit the 80K mark. Cardi B is very capable of pulling big numbers, but I can't help but think she's aiming to match or surpass Nicki Minaj's sales. And I feel like once she gets out of her own way and this heavy thinking of, oh, if I don't do at least as good as Nicki or better than Nicki, you know, people are gonna clown me. Stan Twitter will never let this die. So with how quickly trends change these days, waiting 6 years for a second album feels like decades. It feels like years and years and centuries. You know what I mean? It seems like there's a little bit of fear in Cardi B of flopping in her mind. I don't think she wants to flop. And personally, I don't think she'll flop, but I doubt her numbers will match her debut. She's waited way too long to drop her sophomore album, but I'm confident she'll still do over 100K. She was supposed to announce the release of her sophomore album every single year since her first album dropped. She told her fans that her new album was coming in 2019. Then she said it was coming in 2020. Then she said it was coming in 2021. Child, we are all the way in 2024. We still do not know when her sophomore album is going to release. So what are you guys' thoughts on Cardi B's sophomore album? Do you think it's going to perform well? Do you think that she's just scared to drop because of the fans, or is it because of Nicki Minaj and her numbers? What do you guys think about this situation? Now, if you haven't heard, rumors are spreading that Winnie Harlow and Megan Thee Stallion got into an altercation during a Michael Rubin all-white party over an alleged post that was shared on Winnie Harlow's platform. Now, Megan was offended. She confronted Winnie via DM. Winnie allegedly apologized, but later was confronted again by Megan at the all-white party. Now, Jason Lee, in his messy boots, is still looking for the video, quote unquote, which I don't think will ever be put out. But if it does come out, I definitely think Roc Nation is going to shut that down immediately. I don't think Roc Nation wants Megan to be in any more of a bad light than she already is. Also, on the flip side, I can believe this story to an extent because I've heard a lot of stories about Winnie being shady, being a mean girl, having a nasty, arrogant attitude towards her fans and other people around her. So the situation is not too far-fetched. However, I don't think Winnie would shade Megan being hurt. Winnie and Tory do have a very close relationship. They've always been friends. They're both from Canada. So you have to remember, a lot of celebrities were also posting Tory Lanez. But what a lot of people don't know is Winnie and Megan were also friends as well. But I do think that Winnie was friends with Tory first. But regardless of who was friends with who first, regardless of the situation, I think that Winnie definitely wants to be neutral, considering that she has a relationship with both Tory and Megan. So I think that Winnie probably just wanted to be neutral, still show love to her friend, still show love to her other friend. But I feel like in a situation like this, there's no such thing as being neutral. Megan was hurt. Tory was the cause. So I don't think that Megan will ever accept someone that she calls a friend, someone that she kicked it with, hung out with, hangs out with, whatever the case may be. I don't think that Megan would want anyone still being friends with Tory and being friends with her. So this whole situation is a mess. And we also have to remember that Winnie is an alpha female, Megan Thee Stallion is an alpha female. Both of them are very assertive, I know who I am type of women. So one thing about an alpha woman, they will never back down. Maybe Winnie gave Megan a half-assed apology. Megan didn't believe it. She felt like I need to approach her in person to let her know how I really feel. Whatever the case may be, however it turned out, at the end of the day, we don't know what Winnie posts. We have yet to see screenshots. We've yet to see evidence. We've yet to see videos. Winnie nor Megan came out and spoke on these claims. And honestly, I don't think neither one of them will. This whole situation is nothing but speculation. And obviously it was brought up by Jason Lee. Jason Lee is always bringing up stuff and never following through with it. It's like, oh, well, I heard this, but I'm still waiting for the evidence, or I'm still waiting to hear back, and I'm still waiting for confirmation. And I reached out to both parties to see who. Jason, how about you just not bring the situation to light until you have all the facts, or until you are ready to share it with the world? Because all of this I heard and I seen and I know and I asked and blah, 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 no one cares. Until I see a video, until I see a screenshot of what Winnie allegedly said, then I really don't care, and I'm gonna pay the entire situation dust. Okay, so let me know what you guys' thoughts are on today's video. Comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and you guys have a great weekend. Bye.